Hello, you may call me Oscar. I know my appearance might be a little bit unsettling. I have been told I look like that Tony the Tiger guy from Frosted Fakes. Yes, I called them fakes 'cause that guy, Tony the Tiger, is a phony, but that's not what we're here today. You probably saw me on the thumbnail of this video. Yeah, I see you. You better leave a comment. Really? You haven't even seen the video yet. But anyways, I am here taking over for this. How do you say this name? Rage quits gay with two Y's. Is that him? I do not know. Who cares about what its name is? But regardless, I am here to take over for him for today because I am here to do some ASMR for you. Did that make you laugh? If it did, I will gouge your eyes out with my bear claws. Do you want to see how strong I am? Does that scare you? But anyways, the main reason I am here because I owed Rage a favor. Excuse me if I seem a little bit angry today. That is just what my face looks like. My voice, but I am a little bit upset because of this fucking clown who still owes me. I bet you right now he's probably out there with Gwenpool or something like that, making their own TikToks or something. But anyways, what am I here to do today? I am going to read you a book. Yes, you heard that correctly. I'm reading a book. What am I reading for you today on April 1st? I'm reading How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Perfect, right? So it seems like you all need a bedtime story. Now shut the fuck up and listen to me before you leave. Before you leave here, I want you to know that I am so pissed with you. Look at this. These motherfuckers are complaining about a lunch kit. That's a different issue. That's it. I can't speak today. But regardless, sit back, relax, get your popcorn, maybe get ready to fall asleep, go to the bathroom. Do you need a second? Okay, now that you had your second, it is now time to listen. We are reading How the Grinch Stole Christmas. No, I will not be showing you the book. You'll have to take my word for it that I am reading every single word. Every who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot. But the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. Yes, we have somebody who hates Christmas as much as I do. The Grinch hated Christmas. The whole Christmas season. Now please, don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be, perhaps, that his shoes were too tight. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. Do you know what else is small? It's not my tail. My tail is very huge, as you can tell. And they are hanging their stockings. He snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here. Then he growled, "Arr," with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming. I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming. For tomorrow, he knew all of whose girls and boys would wake bright and early. They'd rush for their toys, and then, oh the noise, noise, noise. one thing he hated: the noise, 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 noise. Then the Who's, the young and old, would sit down to a feast. And they'd feast, they'd feast, and they'd feast. Feast, feast, feast. I am now hungry. I shall be right back. They would feast on who pudding and a rare who roast beast, which was something the Grinch couldn't stand in the least. And then they'd do something he liked least of all. Every who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They'd stand hand in hand, and the Who would start singing. They'd sing, and they'd sing, and they'd sing, 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 sing. I cannot get too loud. That would defeat the point of this video. And the more the Grinch thought of this Who Christmas sing, the more the Grinch thought, I must stop the whole thing. Why, for 53 years I've put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. But how? And then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. Why do people hate the Grinch? He's such a cool guy. All I need is a reindeer. The Grinch looked around, but since reindeer are scarce, there was none to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch? No. The Grinch simply said, if I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. Excuse me. So he called his dog Max. Then he took some red thread and he tied a big horn on the top of his head. I know just what to do. The Grinch laughed in his throat, and he made a quick Santa Claus hat and coat. And he chuckled and clucked. What a great Grinchy trick! With this coat and this hat, I look just like Saint Nick. Then the Grinch. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said, Giddy up, giddy up, and the sleigh started down toward the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. All their windows were dark, quiet snow filled the air, and if Who's were all dreaming sweet dreams without care, when he came to the first little house on the square. This stopped number one. The old Grinchy Claus hissed, and he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch. But if Santa can do it, then so could the Grinch. His fat ass, I don't know how he slid down there. He got stuck only once, for a moment or two. Then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue, where were the little stockings all hung in a row. These stockings, he grinned, are the first things to go. Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room, and he took every present: popguns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn, and plums. He probably even stole a few dirty things too. And then he snuffed them in bags. Then the Grinch, very nimbly, stuffed all of the bags one by one up the chimney. Then he slunk to the icebox. He took the Who's feast. He took the Pooh pudding. He took the roast beast. He cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash. Why, that Grinch even took the last can of Who hash. Then he stuffed all of the food up the chimney with glee. Now, this and now, grinned the Grinch, I will stuff up the tree. And the Grinch grabbed the tree and he started to shove when he heard a little sound like the coo of a dove. He turned around fast and he saw a small Who, little Cindy Lou who was not more than 2. Can she even talk at that point? The Grinch had been caught by this tiny Who daughter who'd got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said, Santa Claus, why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why? But you know, that old Grinch was so smart and slick, he thought up a lie, and he thought it up quick. Why, my sweet little tot, the fake Santa Claus lied. There is a light on this Christmas tree that won't light up one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, then I'll bring it back here. And his fib fooled the child. Ha! Take that! Then he patted her head, and he goes, and he got her a drink, and he sent her to bed. When Cindy Lou, who went to bed with her cup, I cannot read this for the life of me. He went to the chimney and stuffed up the tree. The last thing he took was the log for their fire. Then he went up the chimney himself, the old liar. On the walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire, and the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb even too small for a mouse. Then he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who's mouses. It was 1:15, all of the Who's still in bed, all the Who's still a snooze, when he picked up his sled, packed it up with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags, and all the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet. He rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it. Pooh-pooh to the woos, pooh-pooh to the whoos. He was grinchishly humming. They're finding out that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know what they'll do. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will all cry boo-hoo. That's a noise, grinned the Grinch, that I simply must hear. So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear. First I thought that said car. That would have been so funny. And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every Who in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the Grinch with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, they stood puzzling puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons, it came without tags, it came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he puzzled 3 hours, till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe, perhaps, means a little bit more. What happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch, his small heart, grew 3 sizes that day. And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so right and tight, I made that one up, wink wink, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light, and he brought back the toys and the food for the feast, and he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. The end. That was your story right there. Are you all satisfied? If you are not, fuck you, you pieces of crap. Be grateful I told you a story at all. It's better than whatever the fuck that clown is doing. Or whatever his name is, I quite can't remember for the life of me. He was doing something. He was either a cat or a clown. I can't remember. He was doing something with Gwenpool. Who can tell me what it is? But anyways, that is it for today. If you all liked this video, like, comment, and use code RAGEQUITCODE in the shop. Otherwise, you all fucking mean nothing, you pieces of shit.